I asked our guest at the beginning of the program tonight if we're still a capitalist nation. Thomas Sowell is a senior fellow at Stanford's Hoover Institute, author of The Housing Boom and Bust, which we are next week doing a special on this book. We had him break down the whole housing crisis for you. It's a kind of a companion for this book, which, if you want to understand how we got here, this is the best book that you can possibly read. It is so simple. It is so clear. There are no sacred cows. It takes on everybody. It's fantastic. Thomas, welcome back to the program, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So let me start with that question. Are we still a capitalist country?
Oh, heavens, partially. We're not a socialist country because the socialists believe in government ownership of the means of production. Well, but the fascists believe that the government should have private ownership and the politicians should tell people how to run the businesses. So that's the route we seem to be going.
So what route is that? What route is that again?
That the private people still own the businesses, but the politicians tell them what to do.
Right, but isn't that, I'm trying to remember,
that's fascism.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's fascism. I knew it was a bad one, and I'm like, I think that's fascism. Yeah, okay. Boy, you're a crazy lunatic. Why would you say we're going down a fascist road? Go ahead.
Only because we are.
Okay, there you have it, America. You know, Thomas, I said 2 years ago, I said, look, they're going to go for the car companies, they're going to go for the airlines, they're going to go for the energy industry, they're going to go for the financial industry. There was like 4 of them that I lined up. And I said, we're going down this fascist road. Nobody will pay attention. Why won't anyone pay attention even now? Why is America still, they see it, they know it, they feel it in their gut, but yet nothing's really, I don't know. I don't know why people aren't marching in front of the Capitol or surrounding the Capitol with their lawn chairs and just saying, you ain't leaving until you change all this nonsense. What's it going to take?
To do that, they would have they'd have to think. And this whole personality cult has caught on in such a way that it's going to be a while before people start thinking. It's a question of how big a calamity is it going to take before they sort of snap out of it.
How big of a calamity? How big of a calamity is coming our way?
Oh gosh, I hate to make predictions, but I think the economy is going to be permanently changed for the worse. I think our foreign policy is going to lead to changes that it will be definitely for the worse, particularly if we drift into a nuclear Iran, which I gather that's what the administration is doing. The courts, my God. The whole idea of equal justice under law is completely incompatible with the idea of judges deciding cases according to their, quote, empathy, unquote.
You know, I tell you, this empathy thing, and again, as I said at the beginning of the show, that's what's leading us to these bailouts. Everybody says, well, I don't want people to lose their jobs. I don't want people to fail. Well, empathy is causing us to make very bad decisions right now.
Yes.
You need to be empathetic in your own personal life. And we help our neighbors and our friends out who are struggling in our neighborhoods. But we don't make bad decisions based on empathy. And I can't believe that this is where the United States government is taking our court system now, to empathy.
One of my favorite statements by Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes was in a letter. He said, I loathe most of the people that I decided in favor of. So he was at the opposite pole from the empathy thing.
You know, the system that we're working on right now, it seems like we are enabling people. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I know enablers. And we're enabling people. We're enabling people to live and produce mediocre or even worse and get away with it. And we're also teaching the big guys how to game the system. Would you say that's accurate?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, someone asked the question, why should someone continue paying his mortgage when his neighbor who doesn't pay his mortgage gets bailed out by the government?
And the big guys are only learning how to game. They're only learning, wait a minute, hang on just a second. If I'm big enough, I can grab all of this stuff and the government will give me a free ride.
Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were classic examples of that, because they were way out there on a limb buying all these mortgages that had great potential for default, but they knew that the taxpayers were there to back them up.
Okay. Thomas Sowell, we're going to be back with you in a second.